the knife go? And I kick it, boom, and I kick it under my door. Kick it out of my cell. It's like a gap like this under the door. I kick that bitch, boom, and I kick it under the door. It's in the day room. No more knife. It's gone. Because the door to the day room was right there by the toilet. Right? So I kick it out. I give a shit if they see if the cops see it. We're on lockdown. Ain't nobody in the day room right now. It's sitting in the day room. Hey, what's up, everybody? You tuned in to part 2 of my celly tried to take me out. And yo, I'm your host, Big Lance. This is Off the Yard. Let's get into it, baby. Celly tried to right? We got to tussling. I got him pinned up between the toilet and the wall. He's sitting like this. I'm on top of him. I kick the blade out. Boom, boom, boom. Everything's happening so fast. Shit is getting real, though. So, I done asked him, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? I got the blade out of his hand, right? Got the blade out of his hand. Now, it's kind of like one of them awkward moments where, like, nobody really knows what to do next. You know, and I just decide that I'm done talking. I'm done talking. I'm hurt. I'm angry. I'm pissed. I'm all the things. I just cock back. Whack, whack. I mean, he's pinned. There's nothing he can do. I just got free reign. Just target practice right here. Whack, 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 whack. I mean, everyone connecting beautifully. Everything's okay, baby. So, Luna's like, what's going on? Come here. So everything's connecting beautifully, right? And when, here, lay down. Sorry, guys. And about, I'd say I probably threw a good 20 at him. Boom, boom. I mean, big ones. Bombs. To the point, I can't breathe no more. After fighting him, doing all the things, jumping off the bed, my arm, my elbow swung up like this, just rocking off in this cat. I can't breathe, man. So he's sitting there between the thing. He's done. He's punished. Punished. So I stand up. I kind of get off him. I kick him one time, right? And I go and sit on his bunk, the bottom bunk. I'm just looking at him. I'm trying to get my breath because this fool gets up. He wants to bump again. I got to be ready. He's a big dude. I shouldn't have even let him up. But his advantage, I think, is gone. You try to put yourself in this situation, guys. You're sitting in a cell with this man. You're not calling the cops. We can't do that. It's against the law. It's against the rules. I don't want to do it anyway. But you got to go, homie. You got to go. Not only do you got to go, but you got to go. You got to go up off here. I look at him, I say, listen, I don't know. Hear the blower? I should do a Wes Watson, right? If you know, you know. I said, I don't know what's going on, bro. Whatever this was. But at the end of the day, you got to go. Because you're green lit, homie. From this moment on, you are lit. Now, a lot of people might jump in the comments and say, oh, you should have finished him. For what? He's finished, bro. Not only did he mess up probably what would have been a real good thing for him, but he did not accomplish what he was put here to do. Now we're going to get into it. Let's talk about why he did it. Man, who knows why people do some of the stupid ass shit they do in prison? But one thing that you don't do is do something without a backup plan. Now, there's all types of reasons why this guy could have done this in my mind. I'm going over them in my mind. I have a lot of enemies. This dude, personally, in my mind, I'm like, there's no way that he just decided to do this on his own. We had no beef. We were just chilling, mealing up. We had never had one argument. But then I got to thinking. We had never had one argument. I've lived with hundreds of cellies in my life, and I've argued with every single one of them. At least once. Because it's stressful. The only reason that you wouldn't argue with somebody is if one party had ulterior motives. Just my opinion. So I started doing some digging. Where this guy came from? He got moved over here from another side of the prison, so I started asking questions. Who did he used to roll with? Who was he chilling with? Who was this cat? Why did he enter my cell, and why did I end up with a knife in my throat? Well, the answer would finally come to fruition. I had a beef with some people about a year ago, before this happened. An organization that what had happened was a member of mine was in the cell with one of their flunkies. And one of the flunkies of this other organization was holding all their knives, the white boy. And my guy was in there, he was a tattoo guy. So he gets tore off for tattooing. But the COs are like, give us the tattoo gun. My boy was like, fuck you, come get it. He didn't know that dude was holding all these knives because he wouldn't have been having it. He would have known, get out of my cell with that shit. But the dude was keeping it on the low. So long story short, the people run in there, they search the cell, they find the tattoo shit, but they find about 10 different shanks in this cell with this other boy. He gets tore off. So this group, which wasn't really a large group, but they had ties, right? These were Hoovers. Now, there's not a lot of Hoovers where I live at in Virginia. There's not a lot of Hoovers. Now, we didn't per se have like beef, but we never came to a full agreement either. I wasn't going to pay a bunch of money to y'all because this happened. You should have came to me knowing that that dude was in my group, in my car, and let me know, look, homie's holding for us. Can you make an exception to this guy making money from my organization by tattooing so we can hold knives? I told him go fuck themselves. First of all, no, I'm not going to do that. Find another cell for your boy to go in. Because he's a lame anyway. Some old fucking lame that's running around here holding knives for you. It's exactly what I would have told him. But nobody told me anything. Nobody told my guy nothing, so I didn't hold him accountable. They were trying to put a hit out on him. I was like, hell no. So a bunch of time goes by. And I'm going to tell you something about the penitentiary, man. You can have a beef with somebody over the stupidest shit and end up getting clocked later on for it. I've seen dudes get in an argument over the phone, bro. The phone. And then 6 months later, that same dude might have a bad call with his wife or something. He's going to go get his lock, put that bitch in a t-shirt, and commit to whooping that dude's ass that had the phone situation with him. It happens every day. This is exactly what happened. My boy went to the hole. They both went to the hole. Unfortunately, when you get caught with knives, you get shipped off of that compound and you could possibly catch a street charge. My dude was solid, bro. He didn't even tell the people that it was dude shit. He got charged with it too and got sent to the mountains. So in reality, who's really supposed to be mad? Him or me? I'm sorry you lost your blades, homie. I'll help you make some new ones. Not. I'm not going to help you do shit. You know what I mean? You think I'm going to help some other dude, some other group get a bunch of knives they could possibly stab me with? Nah, it's not going to happen. Not going to happen. So, time goes by, everything's fine, bro. Everything's good until it wasn't. So, when dude T gets sent to Greensville, he is another flunky. Now, the Hoovers are mainly a black organization, bro. So, they had these white dudes running around doing shit for them, which is kind of weird. It's whatever though. You know, if you're soft and you're just gonna be like a flunky for somebody, that's on you. I don't want nothing to do with you. And if I would have known all this shit, but I think deep down, I think T Jive liked us, man. I think he got caught in a rock and a hard place. But if he'd have came to me in the beginning, we might have been able to work it out. There's a possibility. But in reality, maybe not, because he's a piece of shit at the end of the day. He was coming into my cell, coming in here to hurt me. To hurt my organization, to hurt this family. For who, bro? For who? Somebody you don't even know? Now, the reason that he felt obligated to do so was because the same type of situation happened. And they pulled up on him. And it was only like 6 or 7 of these Hoovers, but they click up with cribs and all that other shit. So they rolled up on this dude deep about some commissary, about a store box situation. But it was like, it was $150, $200 situation, right? I think what had happened was he liked to get high every once in a while. He went and got some money fronted to him from their store box, and his mom or grandma or whoever was supposed to send the money in, and they never sent it. It happens all the time. So he owed these people now, and they're running down on him relentlessly. That's what they do. And now you don't owe 200, buddy. Now you owe 600. What's he going to do? So they give him a way out. Want you to hit L. Go in there and hit Big L. Make friends with him. Get close to him. Learn the organization. Learn the ins and outs. And then I want you to take him out, and then we're going to take over that whole situation over there. It was a decent plan. I give him props for that. Nice try. Wrong guy. I fight a little bit. Especially when it's for my life. I felt kind of bad for T, man. I did. But rules are rules. He was sent there to clear debt. But now he owed way more than that, bro. He owed way more than that. And he was going to pay them consequences one way or another. He got shipped up off of there. He checked into PC, which is protective custody. He sat back in the hole at Greensville for about 3 months waiting to go to where? That STAR program I told you about. Wasn't safe with the STAR program. Unfortunately, I'm not going to get into details of what happened to T. Obviously, you know why. But I will say this. There's a lot of dudes in prison who get caught up in these situations, man, where individuals will say they owe X amount of dollars or say this and that and third and terrify them so much, run down on them 3, 4, 5 deep. And a lot of these dudes are country-ass white dudes that have never even been around black people. And they know that. And they run down on them. I don't hate them for it. It is not my business. I'm not going for it. You're not going to do it to me. I mean, you probably just have to fight me. But a lot of these dudes are terrified. And I understand that too. But this is prison, okay? This isn't the world. And people are not going to sit there and tell me, oh, you should help those. I'm not going to help every single one of them. Because they're not worth helping, dog. And the reason I say that is, if I got to go and babysit and back up every single one of these dudes do you think that never happened to me when I was younger? When I was first coming? Do you think them dudes tried to run down on me? Of course they did. I had to fight and fight and fight and take ass whooping and ass whooping and ass whooping until finally they were like, we're tired of whipping L's ass. You got to stand on something, bro. And if you're not ready to do that, then bond out, bro. If you ain't ready to do that, don't go to jail. If you don't ready to do that, stay home tonight. If you're not ready to have to face extortion, sexual assault, beatings, and things like that, don't go to jail. Because that's what's waiting on you on the other side, bro. I promise you that. And I know that, a lot of this stuff is glamorized and it's sensationalized. And even I've been guilty, I guess, of kind of portraying this and third. You think a motherfucker's tough because he went to prison? There's a lot of soft-ass dudes in prison. A lot. There's a lot of plucked out, fiend out, will go in the back and get a tip put in them for Suboxone-ass dudes in prison. There's a lot of call mommy because you owe debts to everybody, writing more request forms than appeals type dudes in prison. There's a lot of undercover homosexuality in prison. That's that world, bro. So I'm fighting so hard to stay out of it. That shit is not cool. It's not glamorized. There's nothing special about it. And any motherfucker that's on here saying that it is...